If you've ever heard the term underdog, you might assume that they're weak and they struggle a lot. However, underdogs always come out on top. They're strong and they cherish a challenge on the way. No, I'm not talking about when a small town school beats their rival. I'm talking about Frederick, Maryland's Crucible Performance's gym owner, Ryan Morse. Let's take a look at his story.
This is Ryan Morse. Ryan lives to fulfill dreams, build others up, and never lets anyone tell him no. He's a problem solver, and he bases his life plan off of God's word and plan for him. Ryan's a builder, he's a leader, and you can see that in him through his gym called Crucible Performance. Crucible is Ryan's gym that he trains people at all day, but he wants it to be much more than just a room full of equipment. Crucible is about never letting someone max out at their potential in the gym and in life, because the adventure has just begun. Ryan believes that there are never-ending opportunities that God has in store for you, but you have to get yourself ready to find them. Crucible makes a person push harder and harder and reach limits that they didn't even know existed. It's about digging deep and knowing that nothing can or will ever stop you as long as you believe in yourself. Ryan is Crucible, and Crucible would be nothing without a builder and a leader. Welcome to your next adventure, Crucible Performance.
Hey everyone, and welcome to this edition of Carol's Column. Here with me is Frederick, Maryland's top gym for 2017 owner, Ryan Morse. Ryan, thank you so much for coming to the studio today.
My pleasure.
Absolutely. And so obviously I'm going to start you out with that you did not go to college to become a gym owner. Growing up with you, you're my brother, and so I've seen you go through many trials and tribulations on your own. Tell me a little bit about how did you even start Crucible and how did that become a dream for you?
Yeah, so like you said, I went to school actually to be a graphic designer. I had a computer science degree. I have a bachelor's of arts in graphic design. So that was the world that I was living in, was designing, being creative, and I did that for a while with the government, but where I was at, I couldn't sit at a desk. I couldn't do it. I couldn't sit there and do nothing, and I felt like there was more inside of me that I had to give. And so as I was transitioning out of one job and really looking to what my purpose was, I said, man, I just love to help people. And I'd been an athlete my entire life. I played baseball in college, and I said, okay, I love athletics. Let me see if I can help in that way. So I started learning, reading, studying, and found out, man, I just absolutely love changing people's lives like this. So that's how we got here.
Absolutely, and you have that sports background in you, but obviously that's not where you came from, like you said, the graphic design. So what were some challenges that you had come up in starting your own business? You've never done that before.
Absolutely. So when I started Crucible, it came out of adversity. The contract that I had been working on as a designer, our company lost its contract. So I was in a spot where I was not quite sure what to do, right? So I was at a spot where, do I want to continue with graphic design or do I want to find my purpose? And I felt really called to help people. So as I was figuring out where I wanted to go, it was really through the fitness, and I had a passion for fitness and sports, and hey, let's help change lives in that way.
Yeah, and like you're one of the biggest people person that I know. Like you said, that you love changing people's lives as much as they changed your own. What do your athletes mean to you? The last time I went there is that like you were so people person. There was more than just training with them. What do they mean to you?
It's all about the relationships. It really is. When you hear like, they're my world, they really are. I love getting the text messages. I love getting the Instagram shout outs or whatever it is when people are successful. We'll have athletes that will make junior Olympic teams, or they'll be successful on their senior night, or they'll hit their first home run. And being able to share in those kind of successes, things that mean something to them, there's not really a price you can put on that or words you can use to describe to know that they want to share that with you and you help them achieve something that means so much to them.
Well, especially, and I'm sure that really does help because even though you came from graphic design, you have a huge sports background also. Yeah. So you remember the moments of your first home run, or you remember the moments of your first, award ceremony or anything. I really like that about your gym. What I like more, though, is that you have these sayings on social media and even in your gym. I'm missing my bands, but you got yours on. You got snap your bands and get your mind right. Can you hold them up for me real quick?
Yeah, I can.
What do those mean and where did you come from them?
This is our band here. I don't know if we can see that. I'll keep it. Our big saying is cherish the challenge. And what we mean by that is challenges are going to come in life. If you haven't encountered a challenge, guess what? They're coming. But what can we learn from challenges? And that's what we really try to instill into all our kids and adults for that matter is love the challenge, embrace the challenge, because if you're not getting challenged, it means you're not growing. You're not getting better. And if you want to grow, you want to get better than where you are right now, let's love it. Let's embrace it. Let's cherish the challenge. So when we say, snap your band, get your mind right, it's one of those times where it's, maybe I'm feeling sorry for myself or I'm facing challenge or adversity. Hey, snap your band. Remember why you're doing it, and then know that you're growing from it.
I really like that, though, because I obviously I know you've been through your own challenges, but you've always had someone to look up to. Yeah. As your athletes look up to you, who do you look up to in this crazy adventure? I mean, you've only just begun.
Yeah, so I've got a couple people. First and foremost, growing up, it's our dad, right? He's been instrumental in helping develop this mindset in me, this cherish the challenge mindset and how to deal with adversity. But another one of my mentors in the fitness world, his name's Todd Durkin, and he's out in San Diego, actually. He owns a gym, a top gym in the entire country. I'm going to say top gym in the entire world, and he trains, pro athletes, Drew Brees, Steven Strasberg, some of these guys.
Oh,
so
wow.
he's around world-class people, and I'm a big believer in if you want to be world-class, surround yourself with like-minded people. Surround yourself with world-class people. So between those two guys right there, my dad's helped me growing up, but then Todd's helped me transition that into the fitness world.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm sure our dad and also Todd, that they've seen Crucible's in this awkward middle stage right now. The last time I was at your location was your very last day at your gym. Where are you at right now, and where are you trying to go?
I keep calling it we're at Crucible 1.5. Like 1.0 ended, we're at 1.5 because we're not quite to 2.0.
Okay.
So we're kind of in a transition state. We're trying to find a new location for our gym. So that's kind of some of that adversity that we're talking about, that cherish the challenge. We're having to adapt our gym right now. We're having to adapt how we do things. We were very comfortable in the way that we were doing it, but it's causing us to have to get a little bit creative. And our training's changed a little bit, but it's been a great opportunity to teach the kids, hey, it's not about the glitz and the glam, it's about what you're doing and how are you growing from this. So we're still trying to find a home. I think we're close.
Fingers crossed, fingers crossed.
Lots of fingers crossed, toes, whatever you can cross, and a lot of band snapping, that's for sure. But we're getting there, so.
So obviously you've learned a lot on your path. There's never been like a great design. It's just kind of been all of God's plan. Because obviously you never saw this coming.
No.
What's the number one thing you think you've learned that impacts your life and can impact others on this way?
Man, I think really along this journey, it truly is giving that trust over and saying, okay, I've got my plan. God's got his plan and his timing too. And to really embrace this cherish the challenge mindset. I really feel like all this adversity and challenge that we're facing right now, it's lending authenticity to our brand, Crucible Performance. We're going through the Crucibles right now, and I think God's saying, okay, you're going to have a gym name that? Okay, let's put you through some Crucibles so it's an authentic experience.
Absolutely.
And so I think it's really just that these challenges are here to refine you, just like a Crucible. And just because it's something tough right now, it's all part of God's plan. James 1:2, that's the Bible verse we're founded on. Be excited about those trials. So yeah.
I love that. And even though your gym obviously is called Crucible, and I know you're going to have plenty of challenges, there's also plenty of happy moments.
Absolutely.
What's your favorite memory do you think that you've had?
Man, that's a hard one to even decide because every day it's something new. And that's the exciting part. We've got ladies that have lost a whole bunch of weight. We've got some athletes that have made junior Olympic teams. We've got kids that are signing Division I scholarships to play ball. So to pick one of those out is tough. It really is just that daily interaction and the kids coming in and getting inspired. And with a short story, we had a kid whose mom was having a lot of health issues, and he's about 12 years old, and she was in the hospital, and he goes walking in to his mom while she's in the hospital bed, takes off his band, gives it to her, and says, "Mom, you got this. Just snap your band, cherish a challenge." And to hear that kind of change coming from a 12-year-old kid inspiring his mom,
That's precious.
You can't put that into words. That's awesome.
That's amazing. That comes from your gym. That's just what you teach.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Well, for my very last question, if you could see Crucible in 5 years, what do you think that looks like, and what challenges do you think you'll be coming up on?
Oh, man, 5 years. It's so funny. 5 years seems so close and so far away all at the same time. We're going to be on our own spot. We're going to have a home, which is going to be good. But I really see what we're doing just expanding and growing the impact, not just in our city and town of Frederick, but expanding, more nationally and even globally. We've got some contacts in Australia and things like that. We're wanting to branch this thing out, and we want to make an impact and give people this cherish the challenge mindset, not just in Frederick, but worldwide. So that's what we're trying to shoot for right now.
That's amazing. And I can't wait to see where Crucible is going to be going in 5 years.
Me either. I'm ready.
Well, Ryan, thank you everyone for tuning in today. Follow Ryan on social media to see where he takes Crucible Performance for his next adventure. I'm Caroline Morse, and we'll see you guys next time here on Carol's Column.